I'm Shannon. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go through my new summer perfumes that I have. This isn't necessarily a recent haul. This is more of a collective haul of things I've picked up in anticipation of summer. It's basically been summer here for 2 months. You don't know me. I despise summer. And I'm on the Texas Gulf Coast, so it's always hot. So this is hopefully going to give me something to look forward to, because if I am not at the lake, at the river, camping, like chest deep in water, I want nothing to do with summer. I mean, you're going to be wet anyway. It's just going to be sweat if you're not in water. So I think that's why I feel that way. But whether I'm out and about, I want something to enjoy, or more often than not for me, this is my hibernation mode that I go into. I love winter. I love cold weather. I love autumn. I love everything but summer. We don't really have much spring. It goes kind of from, oh, it's a little cool to it's hot. So I'm the type of person that I don't like prancing around in the summertime. I don't want to go outside. The mosquitoes are there. Sometimes I'll just be in my house on my couch looking out. I won't even be looking out the window unless someone opens the window, because of like blinds drawn, curtains, and then if someone opens it, I'm like I don't enjoy it. So that's enough about me ranting about how much I hate summer. So let's get into things that I'll enjoy in summer. So I need to start being positive. So we're gonna go from there. Okay, the first one I have here is Isla Sirena. This one is from Ellis, Brooklin. This is one I actually looked at because, as y'all know, banana has been like the it note for well over a year. The first time I ever heard of that, I was like, ew, who wants to smell like banana? And then, a year goes by and you're like, maybe. And then like I went into Ulta and I smelled some, I think it was the Marc Jacobs Wild, and then the Wild Intense, and the Flankers. But I smelled them and I was like, okay, they're not horrible. I can smell it. But they had more of a candied banana smell to some degree, and most people, when I hear them looking at banana scents or describing them, they describe them as like a runce candy or some sort of taffy, and that disgusts me. There's nothing worse. Like I remember as a kid, like I would always pick those out. I hated those. Now I do like banana, but I like green bananas. So I'm the weird person that like has a crunch. It has to like get my banana, and I like them. They start getting spots on. I don't want it unless it's in banana bread. So I'm very particular about banana. This one, on the other hand, the way people would describe it, kind of gave it like a creaminess. I find that it smells more like a margarita with some coconut water, and it's kind of salty, but it's creamy also. I think it's more like a banana flower type of smell, which I actually do like. So this is my version of banana that I can tolerate. So the top notes in this one are lime, sea salt, banana, and papaya. And then middle notes are coconut water, vanilla orchid, and ginger flower. And the base notes are brown sugar, teakwood, and vanilla. This one is just so refreshing. I can just like by the pool, or my husband will make us drinks like sometimes in the summer, like little fruity drinks. I mean, not necessarily alcoholic, but we're having pool days. This is what it smells like to me. It smells like fun. And I don't have hardly any tropical fragrances. And I know that's a spot in my collection that was missing, but it's because I don't generally enjoy super tropical scents. It can have a tropical element, but I don't want it to be full on tropical. I also don't really enjoy like the sunscreen tropical scents. If I smell like suntan lotion, I'm just gonna smell like suntan lotion. I don't need a perfume to smell like that. Maybe it's because when we were young, like everybody would tan, and like that tanning smell is like what I associate with it. I'm like, ew, burning skin. I'm like, I don't want to smell like that. It's like the fake tanner smell. It's like in my head what I think of, and I'm like, mm. So I usually steer clear of those. But this one, I don't know. All I think about is in a pool and I have a margarita. Somewhat tropical. but it's just refreshing and nice. And I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this one. It's one actually lasts pretty good too. It's I put it on the next morning. I could still smell it on myself when I woke up. Next, I have My Way Sunny Vanilla by Giorgio Armani. This one has top notes of bergamot and pineapple, middle notes of tuberose and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla and musk. This is one I went and smelled in store. Me and my daughter were just in there sniffing stuff, and I knew I wanted to smell. I do like the original My Way, but I didn't feel like it was special enough. This one, I was intrigued when they announced it and it had vanilla in it. I'm like, well, I like most things when they add vanilla. But vanilla, I did not find to be super prominent. It's not dense at all. It's more of a supporting character. Like, yes, you can smell it, but it's so light and airy that it's perfect for, hot weather. But I was mostly looking for a tuberose. I just recently really got into tuberose. Before I'm like, oh, okay, they kind of. Now I'm like, and that's what you get. It is a tuberose, but you also get the pineapple. It's bright with the bergamot. And I think I have one other perfume that has pineapple. So that, once again, it's not redundant to my collection. It's a pretty floral that's just like an everyday, pretty, so light. I need a variety, but I do need more that are actually light fragrances for this type of year because that's generally what you're going to reach for. I like having something for days that I'm just going to be inside or, in air condition, but this one is just pretty. It puts me in a good mood. And sometimes that's what I think I have really come to enjoy about fragrances is like I'm in a really shitty mood or I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed. When I put on a fragrance and it just puts me in such a good mood, it's like, okay, I made up my mind. You know, I tell myself in the morning a lot of times, today is the day the Lord has made, I will rejoice and be glad in. And then when I get up and get ready and I put on fragrance, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have a good day. And this is one of those that makes me feel that way. So if I'm kind of wake up and I'm like, meh, this is the one I would put on. The next one I have is Floral Nebula. This one's by the Harmonist. This is my first one from this house. This is the one I'll tell you that I actually sampled last year. So it was the end of December, I think. And I think I bought the bottle in January. This year, I went through this thing where I wanted to wear florals and fruity florals in the cold weather. Usually I don't do that. Usually I want cozy, warm smelling, scents. And I really get into some of my woody and vanilla scents because a lot of times I can't wear them all year. So when it gets cold, like some of them, I've learned over the years, I'll just buy like smaller decants of them because I don't get to wear them that often. This year I didn't wear them as much because I just went into this floral kick that was very odd for me. But I found I didn't have a lot of denser florals. Most of the florals I have are very transparent, airier type florals, which I've always liked and I've always been drawn to. But I guess as your nose changes and you start expanding what you like and don't like, this one's more of it to me, more of a creamy, fruity floral. So the top notes are bitter orange, bergamot, and pink pepper. The middle notes are apricot, Bulgarian rose, and datura. And the base notes are vanilla, amber, and musk. And I get that. It opens up and has kind of a citrusy kind of opening. But then you do get the fruitiness with some powderiness. It's kind of like you get the apricot, probably more so. Like the opening, you get the citruses in it. And then it's kind of a fruity floral. I do get the rose. But it's not overpowering at all. It's just blended into it. Like if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't be like, oh, that for sure is rose. Like I smell the rose, but it's equally blended with everything else. It's not my favorite note. I have it in a lot of perfumes, but if it is a standout note, I'm not going for it. But it has the base of vanilla, amber, and musk. That's what makes it stand out to me. But it's kind of a creamy, powdery, fruity, floral. It's just got a little more density to it. And I loved it in cold weather, and I think I'm going to still bust it out in the summer. I think if I'm indoors, if I'm not melting, if I'm not gonna be outside all day, I really wanna keep wearing it. To me, it's more of an all year perfume, and this is one I look forward to wearing. And this one, it has moderate projection and probably it's pretty long lasting. On me, I can get 6 to 8 hours. Next one I have is by Henry Rose. It's Ripe. I got this one probably a couple months ago. The top notes are lychee, watermelon, green leaves, black pepper, and cardamom. Middle notes are peony, rosewater, wisteria, and jasmine. And the base notes are musk, orchanox, woodsy notes, and sandalwood. I sprayed it a minute ago. This one is so nice. It's fruity. It's a fruity floral, but it's very fruity. You get the watery watermelon. It's a realistic type watermelon. And it's just refreshing. It doesn't feel sticky. It's very light. I get the peony. It's a little musky, a little woody, jasmine. It does smell kind of green, but it also has an element of smelling like perfume too. So you would be careful if you don't like perfumey perfumes, but I find it to be nice. It's not dense at all. It's very sheer. It's like a watery, dewy floral, but you do clearly get the watermelon. I know there's lychee in here too, which I kind of get, but I do get more of probably the watermelon, which kind of what I was looking for. I didn't have any watermelons except for a sweet tooth, and that's a very candied watermelon. And I like that one too. And I was curious, like, which one do I like better? So I put one on one hand and one on the other. And I kind of go back and forth. I'm like, well, I like this one, I like that one. But if you put them together, I was like, very good. So I think has enough difference. I have two watermelons now. So one is a candy like and one is a very sheer watery scent, which 100-degree days, that's what you pretty much reach for here. I don't usually want dense perfumes in the summer, and you need something very airy, and you put it on and it almost cools you off. And that's what I get this summer. I actually wore this one on Easter, and it's pretty. So I definitely recommend that one. And the last one I have is Gardens of India by Parle de Parfum. This one has 3 notes listed. It has Indian tuberose, Indian jasmine, and sandalwood. But the only thing I smell is just flowers. And it smells just like my back porch that has gardenia and jasmine growing. And when I walk out, that's what I predominantly smell, and it smells exact same. It's exactly what I was looking for. I ordered a sample of it. I'd ordered a bunch of florals when I was on my floral kick in the winter. And this was one of them. And then once spring rolled around and I got new plants and everything, I'm like, that's what I want. And I went back to it and I had a decant, and then I decided to go ahead and invest in full bottle. This is one I'm going to be wearing on rotation this summer. It's so realistic. It smells like you went to, Home Depot, you're in the garden section and you're sniffing plants, and it's exactly what it smells like. It doesn't forget all the other stuff. You just smell flowers. There's nothing else that you smell. I mean, you don't even really smell the sandalwood. It's just pretty realistic live plant smell. The only other thing I can equate it to, like in your head, like if you have a vision of we're in a period drama and we're walking through, they have the walkways and the big gardens. You have the fountains and all you smell is the beautiful flowers. We're just not in a poofy dress. It's so pretty. So I really look forward to wearing that one. This one has pretty good lasting power. It's about moderate projection, and I get about 6 to 8 hours out of it. So I will be wearing this too. And I think that concludes the ones I had to talk about today that I'm going to be wearing for summer. If you've stuck through this whole video or you want to see me again, make sure you subscribe and let me know what you would like to see, and what you like and what do you plan on wearing, and I will catch you next time. Love.